session of Bytes. Sorry we had to cancel that back last month, 3 weeks ago. So we would love to answer your questions, but we have a few people to talk, special people to talk about how do we get ready for graduation from a IT-ish perspective. So we have Tracy Barber, Bailey Ashita, and Joanna Bean from different departments on campus that will be discussing that, and I'll talk a little bit about what happens to your OIT account. So Tracy, I think most people are wanting to hear from you first. What happens with graduation?
Wow. So I am Tracy Barber, registrar from the Office of the Registrar. And our office is actually the one that oversees graduation processing. So once you've applied for graduation with your academic advisor, you've attended or viewed the ceremony, the academic advisors and graduate school will send us the completed lists, and that's where we process them in our office. And I have with me on the call Todd Casey, Senior Associate Registrar, who handles processing. And I'm actually going to call him forward. Todd? Oh, he might be having technical problems. We were chatting earlier about that using the cell phone, and he's coming online. There's Todd.
There we go. Can you see me? Okay.
And he will talk a little bit more in detail about the technical side of graduation.
Thanks, Tracy. I think what's most important for students to know is the timing of when things happen. So the semester technically ends this spring and on May 15, but grades aren't due until a few days after that. And then advisors are working through their rosters and making sure you've met all the requirements, yada, yada, yada. And then they finally get lists to us. So it takes a couple weeks to get degrees posted to your transcript. The transcript is the most important thing for you for employment opportunities and things of that nature. So remember to check your unofficial transcript in your portal, which you can do easily, and there are instructions on our website. The other thing I want to call out is that on the registrar website, if you just Google UCCS registrar and you click transcripts, there's a transcript calendar that will give you key dates. When is your transcript going to have your degree posted to it? When is your diploma going to be mailed? And things like that. So I would say that that's a really good resource to keep an eye on. We get a lot of calls about why is my degree not posted on my transcript yet? Well, advisors are still working on lists to send to us. So that kind of, that will help you, I would say, in terms of just knowing how to plot out your life after graduation. Diplomas, which are a great thing to have, those take about 8 weeks after graduation to get. And that's because we work through a third-party vendor that prints them and mails them out for us. And that takes a bit of time. That seems like a really long time, but unfortunately, it's just the way that it goes. We have been very successful in sending them out probably prior to 8 weeks after graduation, but allow for that. The other thing I would say is a lot of students forget to do mail forwarding when you graduate. Remember to change your address or work with USPS to get your mail forwarded to your new address. Either send it home or send it to your new apartment, wherever you're going. Otherwise, it gets returned to us, and then there's a lot of back and forth, and they get lost and such. So, Tracy, did I forget anything?
No, Todd, you hit the main points. I guess the last thing I'd like to add with regard to transcripts is that you still have access to your portal to verify that your degree has been posted onto your transcript, and you should do that before you order an official transcript. Official transcripts do cost a little bit of money. It's $10 for an electronic, $15 for a paper. So you want to make sure that what you're requesting be mailed out to a future employer, a current employer for a promotion or a raise is accurate and has that degree on it. Again, if you go to the UCCS website and just type in and do a search for transcripts. There's other options as well with the link to tell you how to order transcripts and then the different types of transcripts that are available. So I think that's about it. Greg?
Awesome, thank you. Good overview. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Bailey and talk about a little bit more about career services.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Bailey, and I work in the Career Center as the new career coach. So I've been here about a month, but was working as an intern before that. So I'm just really excited to be working with everyone. And I think something that people may not know is that the Career Center not only helps current students, but once you graduate, you can always come back to us for the rest of your life for help, whether that's to do a quick resume edit, cover letter critique, help with mock interviews. We also do some like career and major exploration. So we have different assessments, but we're also introducing a new curriculum called Designing Your Life, which is a book by Bill Burnett and Dave Evans. So our other new career coach, Brie Escobedo, will be mainly doing that. So if you have any questions, if you just want to chat with us, we're always having a good time over here in Career. We're also always having different like career events. So that could either be job and career fairs, some that we host, some that different departments host on campus. And then we also have employers doing different things to connect with us. And so not only do we help connect students with full-time jobs, but we are also helping students with opportunities such as volunteering. This could be internships as well. And we're working to kind of get our foot in the door with different employers in the community as well. For example, a couple weeks ago, we actually just went to the Broadmoor here in the Springs, and they gave us a tour, and we're like, hey, like we're excited to be partnering with UCCS and opening jobs for students and alumni. So they're just one example of a really great employer that's looking forward to continuing to connect with us. And also keep in mind that our platform called Handshake, it's kind of like LinkedIn if you're not familiar with it, but you can get access to that now. And then you could also have access, of course, to LinkedIn separately and stay connected with all the UCCS alum that way. So yeah, feel free to stay tuned on our Facebook, our Instagram. We also have a YouTube page where if you weren't able to make a session, you can go on and look at sessions from different employers or different career tips that you could find. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Bailey. I know that some of you probably don't want to connect with your old professors, but since I've taught for 7 years, it is nice to connect and see what you all are doing after you graduate. So LinkedIn is a great tool for that. And Joanna, what about alumni?
Yeah, hi, thanks, Greg. Hi, my name is Joanna Bean, and I am in the Alumni Relations and Annual Giving Office. And we are very excited for all of you who are graduating. Congratulations. What an achievement. When you graduate, you automatically become a member of the Alumni and Friends Association, and membership is free. And that opens a whole lot of benefits and other opportunities for you. So as I think Todd mentioned, it's important that we have your updated contact information, and you can find that on our website, alumni.uccs.edu, along with links to all kinds of other things, benefits, discounts on campus, information about our insurance partner that gives you access to discounts on auto, home, pet insurance, other kinds of insurance. And then, like I said, discounts and other things on campus. Tying into what Bailey said, alumni continue to receive services from the Career Center. So if you're in, you're ready to come back after you graduate and talk with the Career Center, you are certainly welcome to continue to use the Career Center. And you'll want to watch your email because you will begin to get a weekly newsletter and other email from the association, also with events and profiles of your classmates and all kinds of information about the Alumni Association and other benefits. And I will drop that into the chat. I see there's other things going on in the chat too. So I'll drop a link to the website. And that's a great place to start, as well as our social media, to learn more about the Alumni Association. Thanks, Greg.
Thank you. Let's see, we've got question from Rebecca Menez. The alumni event next Monday and Tuesday, if I only can go Tuesday and for a certain period of time, is that okay? Or is it an all-day event?
Is that a question about grad fair? Rebecca, would you mind saying, because grad fair has been canceled and moved to online?
Wait, no, was grad, like, this is like where you could go in person and like take the mock diploma pictures and go to the bookstore. Oh no, when did that get canceled?
Last week. And I think it's updated on the bookstore website, but let me check.
So I'm going to jump in here real quick. I believe the plaza and the picture event is still going to happen, but I don't think that the bookstore is going to be open for that event. Just to be clear. Yeah. So it's a moving target.
Picture on the Plaza is definitely happening on May 17th, Monday, May 17th, and you'll get email and can sign up for that. But grad fair, yes, the 2-day grad fair on April 12th and 13th has been canceled / moved online. So I'm sorry, Rebecca. I think they could not figure out how to do it well with COVID restrictions.
So what is going to change from being able to be there in person compared to it now being online?
I will have to refer you to the bookstore because they're the sponsor of that, and I don't know the answer to that, and I don't want to give you wrong information. I'm looking here on their website, and it looks like they have, they have a graduation link, so I would start there. Go on the bookstore website and load up the graduation link, because they have cap and gown information, regalia information, announcements. And they have a graduation fair link that don't go there. That's a bad link.
And can you post that URL into the chat?
Yep, I'll do it right now.
Thank you.
Greg, I was trying to tee up for you the email discussion. I don't know when you want to get to that.
Right now, actually. Thank you. Yes, so many of you always have questions, and you collectively as a whole, students always have questions about, well, what about my email address? I've got a lot of emails that I have in there from when I was a student. I want to still use my email after I graduate. And the good news is that's not an issue. It will continue. So about 3 to 4 weeks after you graduate, your status as a student gets flipped over to alumni or graduate status, and your email account is automatically moved over to Microsoft. Now, you don't have access to everything that you did have before, such as Office 365 and some other larger accounts. So your larger storage like OneDrive will drop down. So be a good idea to move some files off if you have a very large OneDrive, but your email most certainly sticks around, and you will have your email address for life. That'll also, that email and username password combination also get you back into the portal so that you can get some other things if you need to. Is there a deadline for OneDrive usage? I don't believe there is. It moves to the free account, which is, I believe, 50 gigabytes. I will double check on that. I believe Mark Hilberg should be joining us maybe here in a few minutes, and he has the definitive answer on that. But your OneDrive storage doesn't necessarily go away. They will warn you if it shrinks. if it gets smaller. So some files will go away if you have a very large OneDrive. However, you can continue that access with Microsoft should you want to. There is a fee for that from Microsoft, but your email will not be touched.
Greg, can I add one email thing?
Yes.
From the Alumni Association side?
Mhm.
We would like to have, if you have another email, Gmail or whatever your other Yahoo, other kind of email you have, the Alumni Association really would love to have that so we can make sure that we get the email to you at the right place where you're going to look at it. Some of you may continue to use your UCCS email, others won't. So we would love to know that. And it's on, there's an update your contact information link on our website, which I put in the chat. So feel free to hop in there and update your email. Give us your additional email if you would like, and your mailing address so we can keep in touch with you.
Great. Looks like there's a question on diplomas. Who wants to field that one?
I will try to talk about diplomas. Okay, diploma being sent after graduate. The job is expecting me to have my degree 10 days after graduating. Do you think it will be jeopardized? Okay, so a very common thing we do at UCCS is letters of completion. If you are an undergraduate student, reach out to your academic advisor and they will initiate that letter of completion. If you're a graduate student, reach out to the graduate school office. What they do is create a letter that is signed off on by either the dean of the graduate school or the director of academic advising, and then myself as registrar, certifying that you've met all graduation requirements. That letter, in almost all cases, suffices as a substitute until the official credential, which is your official transcript, can be provided. Diplomas are a wonderful, beautiful hard copy reflection of your commencement. However, the credential, which is your transcript with the actual notation of your graduation, is what most employers are going to be requiring. And so that will be available, Todd, help me here, 3 to 4 weeks after graduation. It just takes the diplomas a little bit longer because of having to do that special order. But in the meantime, we do have that buffer period. If an employer is causing, I don't want to use the word a little bit of a stink, but if they're being challenging and say they have to have something posted sooner, again, please reach out to the graduate school or your academic advisor, and we can explore other alternatives with you. Anything I missed, Todd?
No, I don't think so, but we had another question about diplomas. Do you mail diplomas internationally? Spain? Yes, we do. So make sure that I was talking earlier, make sure in your portal you put in your diploma mailing address where you want it mailed to, whether that be within the United States or internationally. I will say that sometimes we do have trouble with them getting damaged in transit. Not all the time, but sometimes that happens, or they just don't show up. So you need to work with our office if you don't get it, or it's damaged when it shows up. It's kind of beyond our control. That's United States Postal Service going overseas. So just let us know if you don't get it or you need help getting a version of your diploma.
Yeah, and a little bit, I've been doing this for 23 years. Europe, Australia, New Zealand, they tend to be pretty good with diploma deliveries. Outside of those areas, when we start looking at Southeast Asia, Middle East, and such, especially if it's a rural area, that can be a little bit more challenging. So if you do have concerns or you happen to know that your mail in your hometown doesn't quite arrive the way you would hope it would, please reach out to our office and we'll try to figure out other alternatives as well.
I wanted to address Ernest's question. Thank you for your question about alumni rates for the rec center. Yes, there are rates, and Greg put them in the chat, a link to that. I did want to note that it does require you to have your alumni membership card, and you will receive that later in the summer. Every graduate will get a welcome letter from us and your membership card in the mail. So again, important to let us know your new mailing address if you have one, so that we can get that to you after you graduate.
Also, I see there's another question in the chat. If you're not sure what your address will be at the time of graduation due to a military move, can we ask to have it held until you're ready? If you contact the Office of the Registrar, and feel free to email registrar@uccs.edu, please tell us your name, your student number, and then just put in a request. Say you're not sure what your address is going to be. Can we hold it? What we can do at that point is update your address to our office and we can receive it. We also possibly could put a flag on it. It's not a common practice, but we'll see what we can do to accommodate military moves. Absolutely.
Also, if you didn't notice, Sarah dropped a note in the chat regarding Microsoft Access, so be sure to see that. She elaborated on what you'll keep and what you'll lose.
Thank you for saying that. Yes.
So there's
Any other
another question clarifying what is the website I was referencing earlier. If you go back to the very beginning of the chat, the first posting, I'll go ahead and put it again down here. But that's the Office of the Registrar website. And if you scroll past the very large picture, you'll see quick links and also student resources. A lot of this information is there.
Any other questions? Okay. Well, we'll stay on for a couple minutes if you think of something, but thank you for joining this session of Bytes. I believe, Sarah, it's our last one of the semester, correct, for students. So I hope all of you on here are graduating, and congratulations. Yes, and just like Bailey just said.
I think you can order your cap and gown if you go onto that bookstore website that we posted. They do have, I'm looking here, they have cap and gown info. Says they'll be available for purchase online beginning yesterday.
Is the cap and gown only relevant now, like if we want it for personal use or for the picture that will be taken?
Correct. I hope that you'll come to Picture on the Plaza if you can make it, because you can wear it there certainly. And thank you for the tassel comments. Tracy, it looks like there's another diploma question.
Okay, you can. So once diplomas are actually available, the university provides one diploma per graduate. Additional diplomas can be ordered, and on that registrar website that I posted in the chat, there's information on ordering what we call replacement diplomas or duplicate diplomas. I'm graduating, same postgraduate courses. Okay, yes, if you're planning on graduating in the summer, it's the same process. The timelines are a little bit more condensed just due to the number of students graduating in summer is quite a bit smaller. So we're able to go through and get them posted and get the diplomas ordered a little bit sooner. So I would say about, and we do publish those dates. So if you go to the website, you'll actually see the summer dates. Todd, I'm not sure, do you happen to know offhand? I can go out there and look. If
I don't offhand. We're still working. Thanks. That's a good question. We're still working on those dates due to COVID and all that kind of stuff. So we will get those published soon, but I would anticipate 6 weeks after your conferral day or when your degree is awarded that you'll get your diploma. Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions?
Yes, the virtual ceremony will be streamed on YouTube, and you can find the link for that when it gets closer on the commencement website.
All right. Well, thank you, Tracy and Todd, Bailey and Joanna. Appreciate all of your time today. And please let us know if there's anything else we can do for you for IT, or I'm sure that anyone else will be more than happy to answer questions for you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you all.
Yep.